Hi, how's it going? I'm Luciano Ruas from the Brazilian Accent Improvisation, and today we are going to talk about the impact of the use of ornaments in Brazilian accent. And for me, we have two reasons that are important to use ornaments. The first, and I think more, some people say the ornaments are, the function of ornaments is just to create more beautiness to the melody. But I think the point it's different. The ornaments cause a sensation of improvisation. You can it sounds, the melodies with ornaments sound spontaneous. And the other function, I think the ornaments are important and it can be used in Brazilian music. It's to amplify the language. We can, with ornaments, sometimes imitate some instruments, some characteristical instruments of some specific gender or style. Then when we imitate some in for example, if you imitate a characteristic effect of the accordion when you're playing saxophone, some musicians that have that reference of sound can remember the taste of the accordion, for example. Then I think these two functions, amplify the language and to give a sensation of spontaneity in your playing. All right. And today I've chosen a theme from Chiquinha Gonzaga, one of the first choro composers and women. I chose this theme to show the different ornaments and try to apply in this theme. I didn't prepare before to be spontaneous, and before using in the improvisation, I recommend you to apply in themes, okay? Because some of the ornaments can change your fingering. In other instruments can be a little more difficult to execute. Then it's interesting that you prepare first a melody with ornaments and study it. Then I'm going to do here, okay? The first ornament I want to talk with you, it's the cadenza. Cadenza, it's a sequence of a lot of notes that you don't have a specific tempo to play them. You can play fast. You can choose the tempo, and if you take some lead sheets of classical music, you're gonna see they don't respect the length of the measure. You have a lot of notes, and you don't sing. They don't have any specific duration, and you can also they are often written with small notes than the other notes. And for example, if you're gonna apply the cadenza, is interesting to be used, and when you are going to make a introduction for a theme, or you are stopping a coda for preparing some important note. And I'm gonna show the original introduction of this theme. it's like a drum. You're gonna sing the in the score of this song. It's written batuque. Batuque means a kind of beat you do in the drums. Okay. But I want to do a pre-introduction. For example, I'm going to do some melody around these two chords, D minor and A7. So the melody started. I started with a cadenza, free cadenza, and after that I started the rhythm. Okay, it's interesting when you are playing group to do some cadenza, because every other musicians will wait for you to give tempo informations. Then it's important to, when you are doing a cadenza, to break the time. Don't sing to be in any measure. Try to play in a free way, because if you aren't clear in this about this, some musician will try to comp you, and it's not needed to be somebody comping you when you don't have a tempo. All right, this is the cadenza. Other ornaments important. I think one of the most used in some classical styles, classical music, Baroque music, is the trills. Trills. I'm gonna mixture a trill with a cadenza. So I did the trills in the cadenza, but when I started the rhythm, I used also the trills to make an interesting effect of half a tone. This way of using half a tone sounds spicy. I have said in a quick tip about this effect, and I'm going to show you another ornament that we can apply this use of half a tone, like to give a spicy sound. I'm gonna use now appoggiaturas. Appoggiatura is You have one important note that's the target note, but it sounds sometimes, depending on the context, sounds as a little mistake. And we can use in this manner the appoggiatura, but we can prepare some notes with another with notes from a scale or with chromatic notes. For example, I'm gonna start this melody. Let me play again. I'm gonna use in the start the beginning of this phrase. Let me use, so I started in a cadenza in piano. Now I'm going to show you. Let me choose another one. We can use we have the Mordants. Mordants is when I play one note, go up, and return to the same note in a quickie way. And you have the inverted Mordant that you can go down the note. Take the note, one note down, and return. These notes of ornaments respect the scale of the chord. If you are not familiar with the scale of the chord, you can try to think in the notes that sound good to your ears, or to try to use notes from the scale of the tone. Okay, let me see where I use the Mordant. Besides repeating a note, I'm gonna use a Mordant. Now I'm repeating the note to make a contrast with the place where I choose to use the ornaments. This is an important thing to do about ornaments. They make you sound spontaneous if you don't repeat them in a predictable way. If you repeat in all repetitions of the song, I see a lot of pianists doing that because they are worried with the left hand, and there are places where it's difficult to have independence between the hands, but it's so important to change the ornaments of place, then they're gonna sound, they won't gonna sound spontaneous. Okay, let me try to put the here. I can now. I'm gonna using the next phrase. I'm gonna have to prepare the left hand to have this independence. All right. Another important and very interesting ornament, it's the gruppetto. Gruppetto, it's translating for English, they use the word turn. It rounds the note. You play the main note, one note up, one note down, return to the main note, one note down, and return to the main note. Let me think one place to use. I can use easily in Cadenza. I'm gonna use more ornaments and show you in this Cadenza. Mordants. Trio. Now it's a Mordant. I'm using now appoggiatura. I changed the last phrase. Now I'm gonna use the arpeggio. The arpeggio is like an appoggiatura also, but the arpeggio use notes, chord notes, to get the target note. For example, I'm using a lot, but it's good to use moderately, okay? For example, the arpeggios can give a flavor of a string instrument that you play with your finger, one note after another, okay? There is one interesting that I think we can think as an ornament, but we can also think as an effect. That is the rule used in drums. Let me use a lot of them. I'm gonna mixture and use this rule as some rhythm chord, okay? Some rhythm call. Sometimes I could be using some imprecise because I thought in an ornament that I don't have independence, but it's just to prepare, just study a little, that they will come naturally for your hand, okay? If you have this problem of playing two information at the same times. Some instruments won't have this problem, okay? So it was that we said about arpeggios, that it's like a appoggiatura, but you prepare with no chord notes. And appoggiatura you can use just one note, and you can prepare with chromatic motion. You can or another notes you want, okay? You have Mordants, or up and down Mordants, Gruppetos, you have the trios, and you have the rules. And you have the Cadenza, that you can use all the ornaments inside the Cadenza, but it's a free from tempo part of music. You can play melodically and any chord progression, and make for preparations, introductions, and fermatas also. Alright, I hope this subject could help you in improve your interpretation in Brazilian music. Prepare the piece with interesting ornaments, and try to not use in all repetitions of the piece, because they will sound like a surprise for your audience. We're gonna have more classes about that, about some details in the ornaments. Okay, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, share with another musicians that like Brazilian music, and you can also subscribe to continue receiving my videos, and you can do questions or all about the Brazilian melodical or another things about Brazilian music. Okay, I'm gonna use a word in Portuguese that is obrigado. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.